Welcome to Monkey See,
Manga review.
where we are finally getting around to actually getting to cover Hawkeye episode 4. Partners, am I right?
Yep.
So
if you have not watched this episode,
You're
please
behind.
Go watch it. Yes, you are behind, definitely. But go watch it because spoilers will commence now.
yes. Again, the longer the show goes on, the better it gets.
100%.
The first 2 episodes were a struggle. Third episode was good. Fourth episode, I'm like, okay, now we're finding some pacing.
Yes.
Yes. So it was very good. What did you think about it?
I enjoyed
like
it. It's a lot better. Like it's picking up. We're getting some depth to the story now, and they're bringing in a lot.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying their kind of their bond. They're starting to kind of to develop throughout the series so far.
Yeah.
And she's even calling him boss now, and
Yeah.
yeah. So I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed that they're kind of bringing back in the LARPers and things like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like there's not been a lot of wasted in this series.
No, they've utilized each character.
Yeah.
Like, in the second episode, you're like, okay, the LARPers, okay, it's probably going to be like a one-off.
Yeah.
And then, no, actually, it's not.
Right.
They're bringing them back, so it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And, Hawkeye's kind of using them as resources throughout the story now. So I'm enjoying it. I'm digging it.
Yeah. That's absolutely how I feel too. The like we've said, the first 2 episodes were like, okay. Yeah. Third episode, okay, we're getting somewhere there. Fourth episode, now I'm like, okay, I like this. These characters that you really like, the LARPers you mentioned,
Yep.
and I agree with that, were originally, I thought, were just going to be one-offs. Okay, they made their appearance, they made their comic book connection,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah. But no, actually reusing them where they actually become a reoccurring cast member has been really a pleasant surprise.
And then using their, them as assets in their own lives, like the firefighter, the cop, things like that. So pretty cool, pretty interesting. We're 4 episodes in, we got 2 episodes left. Like, I just don't know where they're going and how they're going to get there with 2 episodes left.
Right.
Like, if this isn't going to be set up for season 2, I have no idea what they're going to do in the next 2 episodes.
Right. And I think that kind of might be, because I know you and I talked a little bit off camera, and this might be where they're heading, where the second season, quote unquote, is going to be the spinoff for Echo. I think that would be a smart play.
Yeah. Or she may just end up with her own series after this.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things going on. I mean,
There
I think
is.
they're going to do, like Netflix did the whole Defenders thing,
Yeah.
which didn't really hit.
No, it
Like
did
it needed
not
to.
connect.
So they may be even kind of trying to do something on that level for the shows again,
That would be cool.
and then maybe even have that tie into the bigger aspects of the MCU. Especially with the rumors of Kingpin possibly being in this series. The
Which
rumors
they
of,
dropping some hints for the Fat Man.
oh, they definitely dropping hints. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's in it.
Yeah.
But we haven't had the official reveal.
Yes.
And then, are they going to recast him? We're pretty sure it's the same guy.
Yeah.
From the original
Rumors are,
Netflix
Yes.
series of Daredevil.
Good
And
enough
then,
for you.
yeah. And then Charlie Cox is also rumored
Yes.
to be making an appearance. I mean, Kevin Feige's already come out and said that he will be Daredevil in the MCU, just a matter of when
Yes.
that'll actually take place. So,
Yes. And on behalf of all the nerds out there, thank you, Kevin. Thank
Oh,
you
yeah.
for finally confirming
yeah.
that.
I mean, because that was one of the best shows Netflix probably has done.
Absolutely.
Beyond maybe like Lost in Space
Yeah.
for me. I mean, Stranger Things and everything's good as well, but
Right.
Daredevil was just awesome. I love the Punisher. Luke Cage, I enjoyed. Iron Fist, it was okay. I had some points where I enjoyed, and some points were like, okay,
Yeah.
kind of repetitive. And then
I liked it. I liked Iron Fist. I just think it was it was too long. They should have shortened that season down.
yeah, and
By
then
at
it
least
was
2.
really, really repetitive in
Yeah.
some things. And it was like, okay,
Absolutely. So back to Hawkeye. Kind of pick up on this episode where we still have a lot of issues going on between Hawkeye and Kate Bishop, and she's. This is where they pick up, and they're back in the apartment, her mother's apartment.
yes, her mother's apartment
and
with Jack.
with Jack,
and Mom's
with
there.
the sword to his throat.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then Mom comes around and says, "Why is there an Avenger
Yeah,
in my living room?" Oh, you're the Archer guy.
yeah,
Hawkeye. See this marketing thing we're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh yes, thank you so much for everything you've done.
yeah. Very one of those moments where it's like, You don't mean that.
I am enjoying him, like Jack in general, like his demeanor and stuff. Just
he is like
oh, darling, yes,
the most happy, nonchalant. Like everything's great.
I cannot wait to see what he's truly like. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
like I really hope that if we get the big reveal, he is a bad guy, which we believe he is. We hope that he is going to be like this dude who's just like, oh, I'm still happy. Let me cut your throat.
Yep.
You know, oh, yeah, this is all good. This just swashbuckling psychopath. Love it. So they sit down with Hawkeye, and essentially her mom just lays it out for him like, 1, you're grounded. 2, let me see you to the door.
Yeah.
So she takes him to the door, and she pretty much just tells him like, hey, she's not an Avenger.
Yeah.
She's not in this.
Yeah, because he's very reluctant to say they're working together, and Kate's like, no, we're working together on this case, blah, blah, blah.
We're partners.
But she is working with you.
Yeah.
Yes. That's weird. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they think that they're splitting up at that point. Her parents, or her mom and Jack, are like, okay, no big deal. You just back off. Then we find out that he makes a phone call to Lauren, his wife, and they're talking about everything that's kind of going on. Like he's giving her the daily update on what's going on. And he's telling her, this is what's going on, blah, 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 this, that, the other. And she was finally just like, what is up? Like, what's really going on? You need to go back to the apartment. You need to you need to ice yourself down and just rest.
I was like, you sound tired.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a long day, but nothing's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah.
So
he goes back to the apartment, and apparently the only thing in the refrigerator, like margarita mix.
Yeah. So, I mean, because the aunt is on vacation
in Florida,
because that's where she spends the winters.
Right.
So, yeah, so obviously there's not going to be any food there unless they brought it themselves. So, yeah, margarita mix.
Yeah, so, like, he's, like...
Taping himself up.
Like, all the joints and shoulders and knees and back and forehead with bags of margarita mix. Yeah, it was great. And then, ding dong, he goes to the door. And Kate's there with pizza, Lucky Dog, and Christmas trees and sweaters and movies. And she's just like, okay, you're not getting to do Christmas with your family. You're going to do Christmas with me.
Because it's family movie night, right?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going to do tonight.
Yeah.
And, so that's what they do. Kind of bonding moments.
Yeah.
Before that, whenever she's back with her mom and Jack, they kind of had like a little bonding moment there, too, where Jack and... her mom kind of had a moment together, and you can kind of see that, okay, my mom is actually in love with this guy.
Yeah.
All right, kind of just the realization, like, okay, this is real for them. He's still a bad guy, but this is real. So I enjoyed that moment with that.
And she also told her, she's just like, hey, Mom, look, we're looking into some stuff. Like, some stuff is going on, and Jack has his name all over it. And she's just like, well, I'll look into it. Kind of just blows it off. And you're like, oh, no big deal. Not really knowing whether she's going to look into it or not.
Yeah.
So, fast forward, we're back to Hawkeye and Kate, and they're hanging out, and it's at this point she goes to the LARPers to get his arrows.
Not yet. So they do the whole bonding moment. They're trying to figure out what's going on. Jack's involved. They got the tracksuits and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And then they're bonding, talking, having just a good family time together.
Yeah.
And then he shows her he can knock somebody out with a quarter.
Yeah.
That whole thing. And no, you can't.
Yep.
This
not
quarter,
to the comics. Not
dime,
to the comics.
Or quarter, nickel, dime's a little bit too light, blah, blah, blah. Oh, no. Show me. You want me to knock you out? No, just hit something. Nah. All right, I'm going to tell everyone for the rest of my life, Hawkeye's a liar, and he can't actually do it. All right, fine.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
That was a great moment.
And then she picked up on it real quick.
Yeah, she did. She's definitely got some very strong hidden talent.
Yeah. So I thought it was very interesting. Like, they're really hitting that partnership.
Yeah, that mentor, mentee.
And she's like, hey, all right, boss, kind of getting to that mindset, which I think would be kind of cool to have that in the MCU.
I think so, too. I think that's definitely one of the things that the MCU has got to bring in if they're going to have longer running stories.
Yep.
Like, we've got to have some mentorship come in. We've got to have some the Batman and Robin.
I was just about to say, DC has so much potential in that area that they haven't really hit the mark on. But,
right.
Marvel could do the same thing and
absolutely
build it, especially with the shows. I mean, the shows have become very popular.
Yeah, and I think we've talked about it a million times, but I feel like that's what they're doing. They're introducing so many of the younger characters in, like the Speed, the Wiccan, Patriot. Now we got Kate Bishop, and we know that we're going to get Stature in the Quantum Verse coming up in Quantum Mania with Ant-Man. Mm-hmm. We're going to get Stature, which is his daughter. So they're definitely setting up for a next generation of Avengers.
Yep.
So I'm very excited about that.
Yep.
So they have their bonding moment. Then he sends her.
Yeah, they're talking about the trick arrows. Talking about everything they have to do. It's like, well, we need some more trick arrows. Well, they don't exist.
Right.
There's no more trick arrows in the world? Well, not really. I have some more trick arrow heads, but they can only go on certain shafts. Right? Yeah. So we have to get these back. Yeah. So that's when he's like, well, go talk to the LARPers.
Yeah. So he sends her to talk to the LARPers. One is a cop downtown, so she's able to get in there and get the arrows for them. And moving forward, like there's a lot to cover in this episode.
But he goes and meets with Echo's second in command.
Yeah.
And says, hey, man, I don't want any more bloodshed. I don't want anybody else to die. I need this to be done. I'm trying to go home. I need this to be done.
Yeah.
And so you're going to do it for me.
Yeah.
So talk to her. Because I know what your boss wants.
Yeah.
The big guy. And all this attention right now is not what he wants. So this needs to be done now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like his character. Oh, what's his name, though? I can't remember his name. Mizzy?
Starts with a K.
Kazi,
I think. Yeah. Because he works for, when they were looking on her mom's work computer, he works for Sloan Industries, which Jack is the
CEO of.
Yep.
So, yeah. So he's definitely pointing the finger back to Jack.
Yeah, he's all connected. They're all connected.
Very connected to the Kingpin-esque character. So they still haven't given the reveal for that, which is cool. Mm-hmm. It's definitely the thing where everybody's like, I wish they'd just go ahead and do it.
I know. Yeah, trust me. We're all there waiting for it.
Absolutely.
But we finally get back. The LARPers are in the apartment, all hanging out. Kate's kind of bonding with them.
Yeah.
Hey, you making a deal?
Kate's definitely making friends.
Yeah, she's making friends. Making a deal. Hey, if I get you guys the material, would you guys make us costumes, and I'll buy the material for you guys to make new costumes too.
Yeah.
If you guys will make us 2 new costumes. Okay, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And then, wife texts them and lets them know that the watch, so they're looking for the watch, which is pinging.
Which is weird because this was one of the things that was at the auction.
Yes.
But it really just kind of went under the radar.
Yeah, they were there for the watch, which is why they came there, and they did in fact find it. And Clint thinks the watch is destroyed.
Right.
And his wife brings it up.
Right.
When they were talking on the phone. Well, what about the Rolex? Well, that was destroyed a long time ago, right?
Right.
I thought your suit was destroyed a long time ago too, but now look at what we're doing right now, okay? So how about that? So let's double check. So there's a tracker in the watch.
Yep.
So come to find out, it's active. It hasn't been destroyed. Clinton wants to find it because it leads back to a friend who is no longer in the business.
Right.
And he wants to protect them.
Right. And we're at the point where we're assuming, because they haven't said one way or the other, that it's his wife.
Yes. I mean, obviously it's got to be that.
It's Laura.
Yes.
So then they decide to go on their mission to retrieve the watch, and Kate infiltrates Echo's apartment.
Hawkeye is on the roof.
Yeah.
Like, why are we on the roof? Well, scoping everything out. Always have to have a good exit plan before you enter, blah, blah. So you stay here. You're going to watch while I go in and get the watch. Right? Kate? Where?
Kate?
Yeah. You can't keep doing this.
Yeah.
Get in your way by being immature.
Right.
Well, out of the two of us, who do you think is actually going to pay attention while you're up there? You. So let me go do this.
So she literally, like, they go through this whole thing of, like, how he's going to shoot an arrow over and he'd crawl across, and then she's just like, And she walks down to street level and helps this old man with his groceries into the building. And he's all like, thank you. And Hawkeye's just like, what in the world? This is not how this works.
Yep.
And she's just like, she's got him in her earpiece. And she looks at the old man. She's like, can I tell you a secret? I've got an adventure in my ear. And he's just like, I'll take that grocery bag.
You sure? I don't mind. I'll help. No, I'm good.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm good. No.
Yep. So she breaks into Echo's apartment, trips a silent alarm. She finds the watch, but as she's finding the watch, she also finds a list of Hawkeye's family.
Yep.
His wife, his 2 sons, and his daughter, all by name.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just like, Clint, somebody's looking at your family. And he was just like, get out of there now. Like, you've tripped a silent alarm.
Because he's getting attacked, thinking it's Echo on the roof with him, and then she turns around, Echo's punching her in the face.
Yeah, Echo waylays her, man. Like,
and then he's like, you gotta get out of there. Echo's here. I know Echo's here. I'm fighting her. No, I'm fighting her. No, Echo's here. And who am I fighting?
Yep. Yep, it was great. And then, so she is exits, able to get back over to the rooftop.
Well, he shoots the cable across.
Yep.
Says, get out, zip line across, which her bow is not his bow.
Right. It does not slide.
It does not slide. So she stops halfway through, which I thought was hilarious. Like, all right, you're going to need a new bow.
Yeah.
And then, finally makes it across, whatever. But yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah. So then Echo and Hawkeye and Kate and the 4th person are all like throwing hands. Like everybody's just waylaying, brawling.
Yep.
It was great. It was by far the best fight scene I think we've had this series so far.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, the LARPers one was great too. But
it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was in a whole different area of why it was great. This one was so much fun because it was just like, oh my gosh, we actually have some good brawling going on. Yeah. Like this is just this is choreography. This is how Disney and this is how Marvel does it.
So the unknown
yes
assailant here, we're gonna assume that she's a Black Widow.
Yes.
Because of the comic book accurate.
Right. The costume, and she has the spider's bite on her wrist.
So Clint picks up on that pretty quickly once she shoots those, and then eventually Kate gets cabled and thrown off the roof.
Yep.
Clint thinks, "Oh crap! I just got this person killed again."
Uh-huh.
Very reminiscent of Endgame with Natasha, and then at that point cuts the rope, says, "Go home, kid.
Yep.
You're done here. Like this is too much for you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lose somebody else."
Yeah. And then we get the big reveal, like. Echo gets her butt handed to her between the whole situation, and she gets out of there.
Yeah, because Kate comes back up because she's mad.
Yep.
She shoots an arrow, like an EMP pulse. Everyone gets knocked down, and eventually she shoots Echo with an arrow, which she flees at that point.
Yep.
And then the big reveal of...
The mystery person is Yelena.
Yep.
Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff's sister from the Black Widow movie.
Yep.
So we finally get that big tie-in.
Yep. Which we knew that was coming if you watched... Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
At the end of that series, she was hired to go after Clint Barton.
Yes. So there's a lot of tie-ins now to the overall picture. Like, who does she work for? Is she working for Kingpin? If he's in it, is she still receiving orders from the from Val that we saw?
So I'm assuming that. She's the contractor, so, she was hired and then she, gives out her assignments to whoever. So I'm sure she's still involved with her.
I'm sure she is. Because they're definitely setting up a Dark Avengers moment where we're going to have the dark side of the Avengers. Like, we're going to have the same heroes, but in the villain form.
Yeah.
So, overall, that's pretty much kind of where the story ends. She takes off running. Hawkeye pretty much tells Kate, go home. It just got too serious. There's a Black Widow involved now.
And I'm going to do this alone.
Yeah. So that's where that episode ends. Good episode, solid episode. I would give it a 4.2.
I probably agree with you. Yeah. It was good. I enjoyed it.
Because there was a lot of lighthearted moments, there was a lot of character building moments, and there was a lot of action.
Yeah. It's just fun. They're making it kind of fun.
It was a great episode.
And serious all at the same time. Like, there's a good mix. Balance. Yeah, it's a good balance of everything. Yeah. We're building the relationships, building a lot of depth to the story in general.
Excuse me.
Just with all the teases we have here and there for, who's her mom?
Yeah.
Who is Jack really?
Yes.
Is Kingpin here?
Yes.
Is she going to actually become Echo? What is going on? And then just so many things.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, they're teasing out so many things.
And we have 2 episodes left.
2 episodes. And 2 episodes left. Exactly what I was about to say. How? They have set up so many connections, so many stories, so many characters. How do you finish this in 2 episodes?
I don't know. Unless, like I said, you set it up for a season 2.
Unless there's
Or
going to be
there's
another
going to be some
series.
sort of tie-in with, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, Ant-Man.
Right.
I mean, there's just, I don't know.
We got future projects coming, but I haven't seen anywhere any of those are going to be connected to this.
I know that's what I said.
So
You
it's
don't
like,
know.
how?
Yeah.
How? But anyways, I loved it. Thought it was a great episode. Like I said, the longer this series goes on, the better it gets.
Yeah, which is the same thing for Wanda and Vision.
WandaVision,
It started out
absolutely.
slow. It ended very, very well. So I'm hoping they do the same thing with this.
Yes. WandaVision, love that one. My heart. My emotional stability is just gone now. But no, it was an excellent episode. Do us a favor. Hit that like.
Subscribe.
And leave a comment down below. Tell us what your favorite thing about this is. Do you think that we're getting Kingpin? If so, do you think we're going to get Vincent D'Onofrio? Or do you think we're going to be getting a new Kingpin altogether? I really hope we get D'Onofrio.
Oh, 100%.
Like, that's it. Like,
You gotta do it.
He set the bar so high in the Netflix series.
He's a wonderful actor.
All the way around. But anyways, we can talk about that all day. Love you guys. We'll see y'all next week.
Bye, guys.